Movement Project, it's episode 64. So today my really good friend Caroline Foss came to me with a couple different problems. She said that she had gone to a seminar and she noticed that her trunk stability wasn't very good and her hip mobility was also suffering. So we're going to put her through a couple different movement assessments and we're going to see if we can give her just 2 correctives to see if we can make change just within this next 10 minutes. Here we go. Caroline has her hands at chin height. She's going to make sure that her toes are curled under her shins, stomach is flat. She's going to perform 2 push-ups, touching her chest to the ground in between. Good. Alright, so what we're noticing when Caroline does that, is that she has a little bit of what's called a lumbar leg, and her lower spine comes off the ground after her shoulders and upper back. Alright, so we're seeing the compensation. Let's go ahead and do the leg raise. Alright, so what we've got Caroline doing now is the active straight leg test. She's trying to actually lift one leg as high as she can while the other one stays placed down. Good. Alright, so what we saw just then was another compensation. She just likes to kind of lift her lumbar spine in order to gain that lumbar stability. Commonly happens when we're doing multiple different kinds of movements. I'm trying to find that range of motion from my back instead of my hip. So what we're going to do is a couple different corrective strategies to see if we can help her with those. So Caroline is going to get her hip as close to this whatever it is as she possibly can. She's going to rest her back, make sure that her whole spine is touching the floor, and she's going to lift and lower her left leg. It's basically the opposite of what she did in that leg raise. It's called a leg drop. This way she's passively getting a stretch out of her hamstrings and her whole posterior chain of the right, but she's also getting some of that lumbar stability as she lowers that leg down. So we're getting her into the movement without making her activate her midsection the whole way. So we're just gaining that range of motion. Now she's going to back off. She's going to put her shoe on her right foot. Now we're really going to work that lumbar stability as we go through it. Alright, so the shoe has to stay on the foot, and then she does that same movement. Drops the left heel all the way down, lifts back up. Very, very tough to keep your spine straight. So now she's got to actively engage. Nice. She's going to go all the way until she's tired. I told Caroline she's not really all that bad at this test. I want her to do 40 reps. If she feels an asymmetry happening to where one side is harder than the other, she's going to do an extra 10 on that harder side. Alright, now she's going to flip around. She's going to put the foam roller on her lower back, and she's going to show you a way to help her trunk stability. So her push-up is really her downfall. She has a hard time keeping all those deeper muscles engaged and keeping her spine straight. So the foam roller goes on her low back, knees come off the floor, feet as close together as we can keep them, and she's going to start performing shoulder taps, right to left, left to right. She's going to try to maintain that foam roller flat on her back, and if it falls, then she's got to redo that rep. Oh, and it happened. Alright, so you got to take it slow, make sure to really focus on keeping your hips from wobbling. That's alright, Caroline. Alright, so this is your prescription, Caroline. Good luck.